बीजेपी Sambit Patra, SPs Gaurav Bhatia, BSP Sudhindra Bhadoria, Kamal Faruqi, independent political analyst earlier of the SP, Vivek Bansal is representing the Congress party tonight, and Ashish Khaitan of the Aam Aadmi Party. Ashish, let me start with you. Do you think the Samajwadi Party is justified in complaining about Ram Naik for what he's done with his Achhe Din message?
Can I
No, 1 second, Gaurav. Why do you want to start the debate? Let him. I'll bring
the
you.
Law and order situation. The law and order situation in UP has been pretty grim, and it has been so over the last 3 years. The criminals have been having a free run.
Yeah.
It's a cocktail of criminalization, caste-based politics and corruption that's basically at the base of the deteriorating law and order situation in UP. There have been rapes, there have been murders, there have been political murders.
Right.
Women are not safe on the streets.
Right.
But having said so, it doesn't last.
Frozen.
The situation in UP because BJP itself has been the prime contributor to the bad law and order situation in UP. BJP's MLAs, MPs and the party president himself has been looking for opportunities to start communal fire, has been hunting for opportunities to start communal riots. So BJP, which itself has been playing a paramount role in making the law and order situation worse in UP, cannot raise the point of a bad law and order situation.
Yeah, I mean,
But yes, I think the governor does have a case. Governor does have a case to point out that how the women are not safe, there are murders, criminals are having a free reign, and I think he does have a point, and the administration under Akhilesh Yadav has completely collapsed.
You see, the
So
BJP is missing Kamla Beniwal.
UP deserves better.
The BJP. No, 1 second. No one. Gaurav, I'll come to you. You see, the BJP is missing Kamla Beniwal. So they have created Kamla Beniwal Part 2.
Made against the SP government.
So they have.
Allow me to present my point of view.
I will. Allow me to question the BJP. So Sambit, you are missing Kamla Beniwal. So you created Kamla Beniwal Part 2 equals Ram Naik. Or rather, should I say Kamla Beniwal square equals Ram Naik. Kamla Beniwal was interfering in the government. She was a stooge of the central government. She was returning the Lokayukt bill for political reasons. So what is Ram Naik doing now?
No, Arnab, I think Kamla Beniwal returning the Lokpal bill is well within the functions of the governor.
Gaurav,
who is the other Sambit Patra who is answering on my behalf?
Because you are taking too long to answer.
You have many dummies, Samit.
No. Let me answer my question. Arnab, I mean, we all know that Governor of long has been called as a rubber stamp post. Over here, we are seeing a governor who is proactive to improve the situation in the state, which all of us agree today over here on the panel, that there is no question that the law and order situation in Uttar Pradesh is quite dismayed.
So when
speaks out that
when Yogi Adityanath started talking about love jihad and trying to divide person against person, Hindu versus Muslim, where was the governor then? Whose rubber stamp was he at that point of time? Whose rubber stamp was he at that point of time?
Arnab, the beauty is you ask anything to Aam Aadmi Party, they will jump to Delhi. And Arnab, where does love jihad come anywhere over here? I mean,
well, your openly political parties are dividing Indian against Indian, Hindu versus Muslim.
Arnab, love
attempts are made by BJP leaders to stoke communal fire. Where was Ram Naik then?
BJP office bearers have been involved in riots in UP. BJP has been involved in riots in UP. Who is Suresh Rana? Who is Suresh Rana? Who is Hukum Singh? Who is Lakshmikant Vajpayee? Who is Amit Shah?
Who is this anarchist?
Yogi Adityanath.
Who is this anarchist preaching about anarchy? Who is this anarchist preaching about anarchy? Who is
Amit Shah an anarchist or not?
Anarchist. Who is this anarchist preaching about anarchy? Who is this
anarchist or not?
I cannot see the television, but who is this anarchist?
Your MLAs, your MPs, your party president has been spreading anarchy in UP. You have been starting communal riots in UP. You have been trying to start criminal riots in UP.
Party is falling
You have been the prime contributor. You have been the prime contributor.
Bring down your decibels. Bring down your decibels. Bring down your decibels. Let's have a civil debate. Let's have a civil debate.
You are guilty. BJP.
Let's see.
BJP is guilty of starting criminal riots in UP. BJP is guilty.
Calm down. Sit down.
Sambit, you know, first of all, no, I am making two requests to Sambit Patra. I am making two requests to Sambit Patra. Sambit, I said this to Mr. Rajiv Pratap Rudy day before yesterday. Yes, you are winning. You're the dominant party.
Yes.
You just won an election yesterday. But I request you,
Yes.
don't be patronizing on my program.
Yes.
And so don't call someone an anarchist
not
because
at all. But
because
you
he
should be telling
disagrees
this
with
to
you.
Ashish.
No. No. Second is everybody has a right to be heard, even if that party does not have as many seats as yours,
Yes.
or you feel that they are political fledglings in terms of numbers
should not
compared to yours.
interfere when I'm
It
speaking.
does not
Just
take
that
away
I
the
do
right
not
of people to
interfere
ask
when they
questions.
speak.
And my question today is very clear. You said.
Arnab.
You no, 1 second. No. I have one follow-up to Sambit. You said that a governor should be an apolitical figure. The governor calls a press conference. And in the press conference, he starts echoing the BJP slogan of Achhe Din. Achhi Diwali aayegi, Achhe Dino ke saath Achhi Diwali aayegi. Is he talking like a governor? Is he talking like an independent functionary when he talks about Achhe Din, Achhe Diwali aayegi? दाम कम हुए हैं, पेट्रोल का दाम कम हुआ है, और भी कम होगा, अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं. I mean, is he extending the BJP's election campaign? I just lost the line there with Sambit. It seems his line is frozen. We are going to try and get him back.
And why was RSS chief invited? Why was RSS chief invited to the governor house?
Can I come in?
Why was the RSS chief invited to the governor house?
Arnab, would you allow me?
Sure, two lines. We're having a little trouble with our signals, but yes, Gaurav Bhatia. We're having some serious trouble with our signals. Out there. Let me see who's
Mr.
on.
Ashish Khaitan.
Is that Gaurav?
Ashish Khaitan was talking about. Yeah, Mr. Ashish Khaitan was talking about law and order situation. Let me just say this today on Times Now, Arnab. We saw how the Badaयूं rape case was handled by the political parties and even the media. Now the CBI is saying that, it was a case of honor killing. Not even Times Now has said that, the UP government at that time was correct and was properly investigating the crime. So the more important, if somebody would have read the National Crime Record Bureau data for 2013, such allegations which are baseless would not be made. Now the role of the governor is what? The constitution says that inviting a person to be the chief minister is the role of the governor. Dismissing a government is role of the governor, and he has to be apolitical. That is what the Supreme Court has said.
So where is it written governor cannot hold a press conference?
We are seeing...
Where is it written governor can't hold a press conference?
No, Arnab.
Where is it written governor can't hold a press conference?
There is a concern that the governor has.
Are you threatened by Ram Naik's press conference?
If there is a concern, I am answering, Arnab. Will you listen? Please have the patience. Now the Chief Minister, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, has a very cordial relationship with the governor. The governor, if he has any concern, can ask for the report from the state government, and the state government would provide that report to the governor. In fact, that would help the governor in making a more informed opinion about a subject. But when you don't do that and when you just go in public domain, I think you are not helping the chair and the constitutional office that you are holding.
No, you're scared.
And this is not expected out of the governor.
What you're scared?
Not at all.
You're
Why
scared.
should we be?
No, Sambit is back, by the way. No, I think Sambit is back.
No.
Sambit, are you back? Can you hear me? Arnab here.
Arnab,
1 second.
Arnab, I think you will also agree.
No,
you will also agree.
No, I don't
If there are
agree.
certain guidelines that have been laid down by none other than the Supreme Court of this country, then they needed to be adhered to. They have to
Mr.
be
Bhatia,
complied with.
Mr. Bhatia, the point here is not that
political parties.
Rapes happen in every state. That's not the point. The point here is the nexus between criminals and your government. Your government has been notorious been notorious
Absolutely
of having
incorrect,
its own
Ashish ji.
band of criminals
Absolutely
in the government.
incorrect,
You have been
Ashish ji.
patronizing criminals.
In each and every case.
You have been
in each and
patronizing
every
criminals.
case, action
You
was
have
taken,
been patronizing
strict action
criminals.
was taken,
That's
and
the problem
fact,
in
let
UP.
me tell you, not
The
at all.
nexus between
Not at all.
criminals.
I think the Aam Aadmi Party
let me
should not
tell you,
be making these frivolous allegations, because Mr. Somnath Bharti happens to be from your party, who himself demeaned a woman, and you know that is a larger question.
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, just listen to me.
And at that time,
Just
if I
listen to
remember
me.
correctly, the
I
Aam
would like
Aadmi
to cite
Party
the figures.
took a stand
How
that what
many
he did
criminals
was right.
fought elections on your
So,
tickets? How many criminals fought election on your
less
tickets?
than what Aam Aadmi
Arnab,
Party
could you
At least 40
bring the whole
serious
than what Aam Aadmi
cases
Party
were there
gave?
Arnab.
against your candidates. I can give you the statistics.
Former law minister
Aam Aadmi
was
Party has never
involved
fielded
in
a
a
criminal.
crime against women.
Your party is
How can
notorious
you
for
talk
fielding
about
criminals
this?
in election after election.
Ashish Khaitan,
Ashish,
are we digressing?
Let me tell you.
Are we digressing? Are we digressing? 1 minute. Are we digressing? You see, are we digressing?
Akhilesh Yadav allowed criminals to come out of jail.
Ashish Khaitan, 1 second. Sambit, stop it, please. 1 second. One minute. Why are you digressing, both of you? What are we talking about? We are talking, yes, I'm coming to, 1 minute, I'm coming to Kamal Farooqui. I think both parties, Kamal Farooqui,
We are
I
talking
think,
about the role of the governor
No, we-
and his
I
powers.
want to come in.
He cannot.
Also
That is why I said it has to be a relationship.
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, will you give shorter answers, please?
the governor.
Mr. Bhatia, this is not a speech.
I am saying.
There are two conditions I raised.
It's not
Two
a
conditions
speech.
I
I'm
must
giving
put to
you
you,
a
Mr.
one-line
Bhatia.
answer.
One is you can't go on and on.
One-line answer, Mr. Arnab,
If you will
one-
not stop, nobody
One-line
else will
answer to
speak.
you.
And if nobody else speaks, it will be a monologue and not a debate.
Can I
It
speak
won't
for
be.
just...
Can I just make my
Sudhindra Bhadoria, let him make his point
Can
on
I
the
make
governor.
my
Yes,
point?
Mr. Bhadoria.
You see, let me say this, the position of the governor is there to fulfill certain constitutional obligations, to see that the government functions in a constitutional manner as laid down by the Constitution of India. But if the government is failing, as has been the case in Uttar Pradesh, there have been over hundreds of communal riots, and we have seen how Muzaffarnagar riot to Saharanpur to Pratapgarh and all across Uttar Pradesh. Not only these communal riots.
BSP
1 second, Mr. Bhatia, let him complete.
That has taken place. And I think in that context, if the governor, though the governor should refrain from making comments which show that the governor is trying to politicize, but if he is acting in order to see that the government is not fulfilling its constitutional obligations, then the governor has certainly a right. And I think all political parties in the past have demanded this government should be dismissed, and I think the present government also owes an obligation, and this government has completely failed. Akhilesh Yadav and Mulayam Singh Yadav have completely failed the people of Uttar Pradesh.
No, Mr. Bhatia, before you respond, I will get Kamal Farooqui in. It's not fair. You know, you've been going on and on. He's had his hand raised. Let him also come in. And by the way, the Congress has not even spoken because the Congress party knows it is the master at political appointments. The Congress party knows that it is an expert at putting puppets in place. The Congress party knows its own record is so checkered and so blotted with mistakes for appointing political governors. And I'll come to you. I'm coming to you. I know that why you are silent today, because Mr. Bansal, happy to see a new Congress spokesperson on Newshour this evening. But the fact is that your record is terrible. So I'm going to come to you. I have a few questions for you as well. I find it hypocritical when political parties give each other lectures on governors. All are the same. They all want stooges, and they call each other's governors rubber stamps when it suits them, and then they put their own rubber stamps in their place. Kamal Farooqui, did Ram Naik make a mistake? Did he go too far?
Yes, he has gone too far, in fact, and I'm sorry that both Mr. Khaitan and our BJP person, in fact, has derailed the whole discussion. In fact, you had raised a very important question, and the important question was where is the Lakshman Rekha for as far as the governor is concerned. We have the written constitution as well as we have the conventions. As well as the conventions are concerned, he has to be an apolitical person. But right. At the same time, he has got certain constitutional obligation. Mr. Naik, whatever he has said, unfortunately, he has crossed that limit, and he has talked absolutely as a political man of BJP, which he should not have done it. He has talked about certain things which he is not supposed to. If he had made any comment about the law and order problem or anything, perhaps he would have been within his right. But he has gone much beyond that, and he has talked about the BJP agenda. No problem. If he was not a governor, he could have done it. But you see, we have got Mr. His Excellency the President. Yes.
No, please let Mr. Farooqi continue.
The point here is not that the governor is governor. Whether or not the governor has a point here.
Please, let
governor does have a point here.
Mr. Khaitan, you cannot derail it. Goswami Sahab, must ask him not to derail the whole discussion.
I am requesting you, Mr. Khaitan, let Mr. Farooqi complete, because we haven't even asked the SP questions. By the way, okay, let me say, I hereby accuse.
Please.
I hereby accuse all parties.
Yes, Mr. Farooqi.
All parties, including the Aam Aadmi Party, the BJP, and certainly the Congress and the SP of hypocrisy on this subject. Now, please let Mr. Farooqi continue. I have enough reason to accuse you as well, Mr. Khaitan. I'll come to you and explain this to you. We can take each other on if you want.
Okay, just give me the opportunity.
I will give you the opportunity, and I'll also tell you why I think that you also want rubber stamps when it suits you. But give me an opportunity to let Mr. Farooqi complete.
I would like to know that. Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Ashish. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Farooqi, complete.
Yes.
So, Mr. Naik, the Honorable Governor has crossed his limit, and please mind it. We have got the President, His Excellency Pranab Mukherjee. Pranab Da is an old congressman. He is out and out. He's a congressman. You think that the country will run properly if he starts talking about the Congress, or he talking about the agenda, or he start talking against BJP? But he doesn't have that role to play. The Constitution is written as well as some conventions are there. He has to be a political person. Mr. Naik would have been within his right if he could have raised certain issues which has not been answered by Akhilesh government. But when he has got the daily rapport with him, he has got no right to discuss the political agenda of the press conference like this.
The most hypocritical response. The most hypocritical response of the day was that of the Congress Party, which said the UP governor should remove his RSS garb. And remember, he's a constitutional authority. So, Mr. Bansal, please tell me, you have accused the UP governor of being an RSS person in the aftermath of what has happened. What we want to know from you is, former governor of Maharashtra, Shankar Narayanan, what garb was he wearing when he refused to give sanction to the CBI to prosecute Ashok Chavan in the Adarsh scam?
You see,
was he wearing the 10 Janpat garb?
I don't think.
Or the 24 Akbar Road garb?
No. Arnav, I don't.
No. 1 minute. I haven't finished. Yeah. Okay, Tell me, what was he? Was a former governor of Karnataka? What's that man? He's known for controversy. H.R. Bhardwaj. What garb was he wearing when he justified the decision to recommend President's rule in Karnataka?
Yeah.
No. 1 minute. I haven't finished. What garb was Kamla Beniwal wearing when she returned the Gujarat Lokayukta bill in September, despite the Gujarat Assembly having passed it? So you understand, Mr. Bhavan,
you want me to come to
I want you now to answer.
Address issue by issue, or just
no? You understand the broad issue that you put all the rubber stamps as governors, and today you can't complain about Ram Naik.
No. First of all, if at all you say, if at all your perception is that Congress did such a wrong thing, then two wrongs don't make one right.
So you accept it? No, yesterday I had a Congress spokesperson, America Narayanan, who accepted corruption. Today you accept that you put you are accepting it.
No, you are not letting me finish.
No, but you just accepted it. Two wrongs don't make a right, means you accept you did it wrong.
I said it that your perception, if your perception is that, First of all, there may have been some digressions of...
There may have been digressions. Great. I'm very happy that new Congress spokespersons day after day are revealing things. Prithviraj Chavan, America Narayanan, now Vivek Bansal.
I'm not.
Prithviraj Chavan, America Narayanan and Vivek Bansal are speaking the truth.
One has to be very honest when you are...
I'm happy you're honest.
Yeah, no, but...
Other Congress spokespersons have not been so honest.
Let me complete my... First of all,
मैं तो आपको बधाई देता हूं कि आप सच कह रहे हैं कि अब तक तो ये ऐसी सच्ची
बधाई तो दीजिए, पर उसके साथ साथ मुझे आप ये भी अधिकार दीजिए कि मैं अपनी बात समाप्त कर सकूं.
जरूर.
I would like to say that when you cite the example of Mr. Naik of the Congress statement that under the garb of RSS he's taking up the agenda of NDA or BJP. I would like to say RSS is considered to be a very, very controversial organization, and UP happens to be.
No, object to this. I object to this.
Anybody who is heading such an organization and has issued a statement like that everybody who is living in this country is a Hindu, I don't think governor is entitled to entertain him in his Raj Bhavan. Secondly, I would like to say governor can play a proactive role at the same time if he feels that a law and order as far as his perception, but to take the agenda like he said that Achhe Din and equating it with Achhi Diwali, I don't. Here he is exceeding. Here he's proving to be a mouthpiece of BJP government, and I would like to say that sensitivity is to be there in the part of the governor. We may agree, Gaurav may agree with this or not, that law and order situation is deteriorating, and if at all he has issued a comment, I think he has issued a very realistic position of the state.
I thank you.
I thank you. I would like to. But
no, one second, one of you at a time.
You need not, I don't need your certificate for that. I don't need your certificate for that.
No, I'm thanking you. I'm not giving you a certificate. I don't like to give certificates and I don't want anyone's certificate. I don't take certificates, I don't give certificates. But what I certainly would like to tell you as an observation is that I thank you for having the honesty to accept that Governor Shankar Narayan digressed, that Governor Bhardwaj digressed, and Governor Kamla Beniwal digressed. You are the first Congress spokesperson who has admitted so.
No, I didn't say that the Governor Shankar Narayan digressed. I simply said these two cases cannot be
No, you first said two wrongs don't make a right, and then you said we do digress sometimes.
I said according to your perception, if at all anything wrong had been done, so that doesn't justify the utterances of the present governor in
No,
UP.
what about Kamla Beniwal? Did she digress or not?
No, Kamla Beniwal...
Did Kamla Beniwal digress? Digress or not?
Her perception was
what perception? Gujarat Assembly passed the Lokayukt bill, she blocked it. What perception? Did she digress? Shankar Narayan, let me give you an easy one. Shankar Narayanan, did he digress? Did he digress when he refused the CBI sanction to prosecute Ashok Chavan?
I don't think. Shankar Narayan's perception was, what was his perception?
Perception, there was a whole Adarsh committee report.
At that point of time.
There was a whole Adarsh committee report. He refused to give sanction to the CBI to prosecute Ashok Chavan in the Adarsh housing scam. Leaving the agency no choice but to close the case against him. Did he digress?
If at all he feels that the state machinery had done justice to the investigation, I think he is within his time. He cannot stall it, he cannot block it, but he simply sent it for reconsideration.
He did block it.
He sent it for reconsideration. He sent it for reconsideration. And I think he is within his rights to...
Okay, both the Samajwadi Party and the BJP wanted to counter the Congress Party. Who goes first is the question. I'm letting Sambit Patra go first because maximum criticism came for the BJP. After that, I will come to you. You can ask Sambit as many questions as you want. Yes, Sambit Patra. Do you have any substantial point to make?
Arnav, I do not see... Yes, I do not see any controversy in this whole governor's address. First and foremost, as everyone in the panel also agrees to the fact that the law and order situation in Uttar Pradesh is really bad, and if the governor proactively takes up the subject and specifically...
He didn't take it up. He didn't take it up. He didn't take up the law and order subject. He did not take up the law and order subject. He did not take up the law and order subject.
Come to both.
That's a subject.
He did not take up the law and order subject.
There are so many persons from the BJP who are accused.
He spoke about Agra as well as the law and order situation.
No, on the law and order issue, he said this is not a एक minute. Please understand. On law and order, he didn't say anything. He said this is not a problem that can be fixed in a laboratory. It requires continued and prolonged effort. So on law and order, he said nothing. But he used the line Achhe Din.
We have a problem on the law and order situation.
Sambit, tell me one thing. As an apolitical figure, should he take the BJP's line of Achhe Din? As a apolitical figure, should he congratulate the BJP central government? Something that goes far beyond the ambit of the office he holds?
You did not get.
Should he defy the Supreme Court?
It depends on how you see.
Should he defy the Supreme Court?
Arnab?
No, you tell me, Sambit.
Arnab, if you allow.
You tell me, Sambit, is there any denying? Okay, one question.
Yes, how will I tell if you don't allow me to tell?
No, I'll let you, but you understand my question because I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask my question 5 times for you to answer it.
I understood your question.
What is my question?
I have connected to the program.
No, you've not connected.
Let me complete.
You please listen to the question. You listen to the question again.
Achhe Din is a very common term.
Oh.
The Achhe Din is a very common term. Anyone can use Achhe Din.
No, don't try to fool the nation.
Okay,
Mr. Samajwadi, don't try to fool the nation. Don't try to fool the nation. Don't try to fool the nation. Mr. Sahab,
the Congress.
No,
don't try to fool the nation.
No, Sambit, don't fool the nation.
Don't try to fool the nation.
No, Sambit, Kamal Farooqui.
Don't try to fool the nation, Mr. Samajwadi.
They're just towing the line of Bharatiya Janata Party.
Ignored by the argument of Mr. Sambit Patra and no one else. Everyone else can read between the message. And Arnab, now can I just make my point?
I have a question for Sambit Patra.
Read between the message, no.
I have a question for Sambit Patra.
No, before that, Kamal Farooqui.
I have a question for Sambit Patra. What is a governor in Gujarat doing?
Ask.
Arnab.
There have been communal riots in Gujarat.
Arnab, just one.
Over the last 10 days, the communal situation in Gujarat has been really bad.
Mr. Khaitan, please allow me.
What is the governor of Gujarat doing?
Mr. Khaitan, no, 1 second. Mr. Khaitan, 1 minute.
Please allow me.
1 minute. I am allowing
What
Kamal
about achieving
Farooqui.
of people in Gujarat?
I am allowing Kamal Farooqui, please. He's been waiting. Kamal Farooqui. Kamal Farooqui was the first person who interjected and accused Sambit Patra of fooling the nation. He says Sambit Patra is fooling the nation.
Mr. Sampath.
Yeah.
No, who is saying that? Who is saying that?
Mr. Sampath, there is no need.
No, who is saying that we are
I am saying it. Kamal Farooqui, I am saying it. Don't try to fool the nation because everybody knows.
Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that?
Because you said that you have to read. There is absolutely no problem as far as Chhattisgarh is concerned. Absolutely, there is no.
People of that nation.
No. Please, Sampath, please. But we don't need to read in between the lines. What Mr. Naik has said, it is very, very abundantly clear. He was talking about the BJP agenda itself. Absolutely. There was no question of reading in between the lines. This is what actually is the objectionable.
No, what is that?
He could have said as many things because he is the governor, but he cannot take up the BJP agenda. Please understand it.
Of the President of India speaks about
as if you do not know. As if you do not know. As if you are very interested, you do not know about it.
Did he do something wrong?
As if you do not know about it.
If you wish Happy Diwali to the people,
as if you do not know about it.
People, did he sin? Did he sin somewhere by wishing Happy Diwali?
Sambit is being so innocent as if he doesn't understand that
you are very innocent. You are very innocent.
Where does he turn
a political party
to improve his political
slogan is a different thing or different cup of tea altogether.
1 second, one at a time. One at a time. One at a time, gentlemen. In 2010, the Supreme Court, with regard to governors, made it clear that while some of them may come from a political background, once they are appointed as governors, they owe their allegiance and loyalty to the Constitution of India and not to any political party and must preserve, protect and defend the Constitution. My question is this. My question is this. I want to refocus the debate. My question is this. I'm coming to you, Gaurav. Is there any denying? No, 1 minute. Is there 1 second, Gaurav? Gaurav, let's refocus it. I'm asking a question. Is there any denying that by saying अच्छी दिवाली अच्छे दिनों के साथ अच्छी दिवाली अच्छे दिनों के साथ आ रही है, Ram Naik sounds like a BJP spokesman rather than an apolitical figure? That is my question. And I think Mr. Sambit Patra cannot be allowed to skirt or deflect around that question. Yes, Gaurav. Quickly complete your point, and Vivek also wanted to come in.
Achhe Din is Arnab, since you were quoting from the Supreme Court judgment, now can I speak? Arnab,
Delhi ke logon ke liye अच्छे दिन कब आएंगे?
a verbal diarrhea.
People of Delhi have अच्छे दिन.
Arnab, can you ask Sambit to be quiet so that I can make my point? Otherwise, we will be shouting at each other.
Samajwadi Party, after all this criminality, will not be quiet.
You have held Delhi hostage to Amit Shah's machinations.
Sambit.
Mr. Samir Patra, you have held Delhi
Think about
hostage to Amit Shah's
Don't bring in Amit
machinations.
Shah ji over here.
The governor of Delhi
Ashish ji,
and the BJP have been in cahoots to deny Achhe to people of Delhi.
Allow others to speak.
Gaurav Bhatia.
Arnab, can I just...
Everywhere you have
Arnab, the
posted
Supreme Court
governors
also said
who are
that the governor has
in
to
the
rise
hands of Amit
above
Shah and Narendra
day-to-day
Modi.
politics. And
Look at the conduct
he
of the
cannot
governor
be
of
an
Delhi.
agent or employee of the central
Look at the
government.
conduct of the governor of Delhi.
The point that I want to make
Mr.
is
Patra.
that the Chief Minister,
Khaitan,
Mr. Akhilesh
you are
Yadav, has been
confused.
meeting the governor
As far as the
on
governor of
various
Delhi is
occasions.
concerned,
If
one
there
of
is
your
any concern that the governor
Ashish
has,
was saying that he is the agent of Congress. After a few days, you start saying that he is the agent of BJP.
And we
So
are
first
sure
decide
that
whose
after he
agent he is,
gets
then
the
ask him questions.
Why don't
Ask
you,
your people
if at
first.
all you feel
Rather
that
than
he is the agent of
introducing
the Congress, as
overtones
you have
in his
said,
speech,
other
which is
agents
not
of the Congress
befitting
have,
of the office that he holds. So this is very vital that he does not politicize the office that he is holding, and there is no extra constitutional person acting like another chief minister in the state.
You know,
because
Gaurav
ours is a
Bhatia,
duly elected
you know, Gaurav
government,
Bhatia,
and
the
it
other
needs
thing
to
which
be
I have heard is
respected.
something else. I didn't want to completely reveal the reason why you are upset with Ram Naik.
You may.
But since you are taking
Times Now has always been good in presenting half-baked facts. So
Really?
you can tell me
no half-baked facts at all, Gaurav.
that happened in Badayu rape case.
No half-baked
Arnab,
facts.
Arnab, I have a question for Gaurav Bhatia.
No, 1 second. Is
I have one question
it
for Gaurav
true?
Bhatia.
Is it true that the real reason you are upset with Ram Naik is because Ram Naik has stalled an attempt to elevate the status of an acolyte of Azam Khan called
Cabinet
Shakil Ahmad
Minister.
and give him the status of a cabinet minister as minority panel chief? And 1 minute, let me complete, please, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. Now that I am beginning to tell you the truth,
Please do.
you are getting shaky.
I am not interrupting you.
You are getting shaky, and the governor
not
has
at all.
actually said
Arnab is getting
that
shaky
reconsider that ordinance in your case, because I want to know what is the urgency of bringing apart an ordinance to give this man cabinet minister status when the chairman of the minority commission has been working without the status of cabinet minister for 20 years since 1994. What on earth is your terrifying hurry to give this man a cabinet minister status? And you are so desperate to give this man Shakil Ahmad the rank of a cabinet minister that you scurried and stealthily brought this in through an ordinance. And this is the same man, by the way, Gaurav Bhatia, and I am glad that I have silenced you now. Same man, Gaurav. 1 minute, Gaurav. I have the moral right to ask the question to the BJP, not you. He's the same man whose credentials were questioned. Whose credentials were questioned.
To answer your question.
You see, I find it. I find it very interesting. You see, till this point, till the point I am agreeing with Gaurav Bhatia and questioning the BJP, Gaurav Bhatia is fine. The moment I ask him a question, then he says you are good at misrepresenting facts. Just look at the manner in which Gaurav Bhatia is changing his line.
No,
now the fact is, you wanted to hurriedly make. Listen to me. You wanted to. You are not interested in governance. You want to give cabinet minister rank to people.
Can I answer your question?
Ram Naik has also
Let him complete
spoken
the question
about.
first.
Okay, answer.
I answer.
Can I add one question to your kitty?
No, 1 second. Just a minute. Let him answer. No. Let Gaurav Bhatia answer this one.
Stands exposed.
Yeah, Gaurav
Samajwadi
Bhatia.
Party stands exposed today. Anyone who tries to show the mirror to Samajwadi Party, in fact, is reprimanded by the Samajwadi Party. Today the fact is clear.
I want to answer your question only if you can regulate the debate and ask Sambit to be quiet. At least be...
Don't get worked up.
Right, you were speaking all this while when Arnab was speaking. And when I am questioning you, you want me to be quiet. Shouldn't I speak the truth about Samajwadi Party?
Your question is...
No, I'll also ask one more. No, 1 minute. Just 1 minute. One more line, because I want to completely expose you on this one. One sec. I did not want to at this stage, but I feel that since you are taking such a high moral ground, I need to completely expose you. You see, on the 7th of October, listen to me, because I don't get worked up. On the 7th of October,
don't allow me to answer your question.
Don't get worked up.
I think you were trying to ensure that truth doesn't come out.
Gaurav, on this, truth will come out. Now let me put out some more truth. On the 7th of October,
So
Ram Naik praises Mulayam Singh Yadav and compares his achievements and strength to that of Lord Hanuman. Right? Should he be considered a stooge of the BJP if he was comparing Mulayam Singh Yadav to Lord Hanuman? So you compare Mulayam Singh Yadav to Lord Hanuman, you are a very nice governor. Okay. Now, the moment, and you allow you allow Yogi Adityanath to carry out all the polarization before the elections, of which many people believe not just the BJP but the Samajwadi Party is a beneficiary because it's a got-up game between the both of you. You are a very nice governor. The moment you stop your political appointee from getting the position of cabinet minister, suddenly,
any leader who was trying to communalize the election, we took strict action. We arrested.
Oh, I know how much strict action you took.
In Muradabad.
I know how much strict action you took.
Communal feeling.
I know how much strict action.
I'm unable to come out of the shock that Mulayam Singh
BJP and SP have been involved in competitive communalism in UP.
No. One more question to Gaurav Bhatia. No. Gaurav Bhatia, since Gaurav Bhatia says I don't want to pursue the truth, let me ask him if he has the confidence and the accountability and the morality to accept a few truthful questions today. My next question to you, Gaurav Bhatia, is this.
A 5-minute question.
Gaurav Bhatia, 10-second question. 10-second question to completely demolish you. 10-second question completely demolishing your argument.
First, I will answer your first question.
No, I'll first give you one question. You won't have any answers left after that.
Allow me to answer your first
one question. One more question.
It's not done. It's not fair. It's not good journalism.
Now you start telling me what's good journalism.
Have the patience to hear the
I'll ask you only one question. 20 seconds. Don't be so nervous. 20-second question. Don't be so nervous. 20-second question. Okay, 1 minute. Gaurav, I'll give you full time. Answer this question. One last question. Is it true? Is it true?
I will first answer your first question.
You're not even...
I will answer your first question first.
Why not another question?
Yes, I will answer
Why not one more question?
First.
One question. I'm asking you one more question. I'm going ahead. I'm not asking you for your permission. My question is it true? Is it true? And viewers can see if Gaurav Bhatia is trying to stop me from asking my question because he thinks he will have no legs left to stand on after that. Gaurav Bhatia, my next question to you is this. Is it true that your government has taken no action against corruption despite the Lokayukta recommending action against 14 persons including 4 mantris, 4 ministers and 8 officers between January and September 2014. What action did you take against the 4 ministers and 8 officers against whom the Lokayukta recommended action for corruption between January and September 2014?
Because I'm waiting to answer the first question first. I will answer the first question, then you ask me the second question.
Oh, yes. Sure,
and the answer to your first question is this, that there is no animosity between the Chief Minister and the Governor. We hold him in high regard, and if he needs any information, just the way
look how you're backing off now.
In the past, there have been meetings between the Chief Minister and the Governor.
Oh, so you want to settle things behind closed doors?
Information which would in fact clarify his doubts, and I think that should be the way to move forward, working within the framework of the Constitution and not trying to cross the line. That is the point I want to make. And your
Samajwadi
Party stands exposed, completely exposed.
Let me clarify that there is no.
I mean, they are sticking on to 2 words, "Achhe din," but look at the kind of work they are doing. They are not doing achhe work. They are only sticking to these words, "achhe din."
He may continue.
Gaurav Bhatia, you should be doing achhe work.
Can you not have the patience to
should not be focusing on the literal meaning of achhe din. I mean, you stand completely exposed. The Lokayukta's recommendations are not taken into force. You want to go into appeasement policy by giving a cabinet rank.
Gaurav Bhatia, now you will stop at this moment, and I'm requesting you will stop. And I think you see, once I'm reducing volume, I want to say something to the viewers. You see, this tactic must stop. This tactic must stop. And I'm saying this openly, Gaurav, I'm making an observation, you must stop. And please hear me for a minute. You see, this tactic must stop. I ask a question, and because the question does not want, and Gaurav, just listen, please. Don't go on. Gaurav, please. You see, when I ask a question, you can answer. Don't want to answer? Say, I don't want to answer. Want to deflect? Say I want to
Arnab,
deflect.
I did answer your
Want to
question.
duck? Want to
Any
duck? Say I want to
decision
duck.
the government takes within the
Don't have the facts. Say I don't have
We
the
will
facts.
accept that.
But don't go on and on and on while I'm asking the question,
Regarding-
so that you pretend you never heard it.
Regarding the ordinance, the governor has the power to send it back. The government may reconsider and send it back to the
Did
governor
you
again.
take action
Whatever we
against
will do,
4
we will
ministers
do
and
it
8
within the
officers
constitutional
against
framework.
whom? Now listen to me. Did you take action, yes or no, against 4 ministers and 8 officers against whom the Lokayukta recommended action on the charges of corruption? And is it true the governor sent 2 letters on this issue?
I am telling you, Arnab, there are more than 10 ex-ministers against whom we have taken action on the...
Did you take action against 4 ministers and 8
What are you
officers
talking about?
against whom Ram Naik recommended action and the governor, office of the governor recommended action between January and September 2014, yes or
I am
no?
telling you, the state government has taken action against more than 10 ministers on the recommendation made by the Lokayukta. Which report are you talking about? You will have to give me the details. And I can tell you that.
In
There are more than 20
September-
reports given by the
Starts taking
Lokayukta.
action against the ministers, the whole cabinet would vanish. The whole cabinet would vanish. That's the reason as to why...
Mr. Sambit Patra, you don't even know the facts. Don't come and participate in a debate like an ignorant person. He is talking about the BSP ministers, ex-ministers, but you don't know the facts. And you have to still join the debate.
The state of affairs of Samajwadi Party.
At least prepare
We
before
all
the
know that
debate. Have your
everyone in
facts
this
right
world knows
and then
about
come
the
on national
criminality of
television.
Samajwadi Party.
You are not even aware of the report.
The criminality involved in Samajwadi
Ask Arnab,
Party.
is he not
Do you
referring
remember
to
what
the
Mulayam Singh
ex-ministers? You don't even know.
Statement which should always be remembered forever in India.
I think Mr. Sambit Patra, next time it would serve the nation better if you come prepared. If you don't come prepared, you are looking as if a person has just come to say and rattle off things. He is talking about ex-BSP ministers, not SP ministers. You are not aware of the facts. At least
Everyone
read
is
before
aware
you
of
come
the
for the
fact
debate.
that you wanted to elevate the chairman of the minority commission to a cabinet rank minister.
The
If the
Samajwadi
governor
Party
questions
government has
this,
taken
then you
action
question the
against
governor.
So what do you want now?
Trying to show the
BSP
mirror
ministers
to
on the basis of the recommendation.
No, so what do you want now? The fact is that the Samajwadi Party has been
Why don't
irked.
you take the same mirror to Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan or Chhattisgarh?
Mr. Bansal,
Every day there are more than 15 rapes.
Mr. Bansal of the Congress Party has a few questions, it seems, for Sambit Patra. Yes, Mr. Bansal. Yes, Mr. Bansal. You wanted to make a point to Patra.
Read and come next
Yeah,
time.
definitely.
Sambit. I think it would do a lot of good
He
to
was
the party.
simply saying, he was talking that it's a Diwali wish and all. Definitely, he's very much right when we wish the nation. It may be any constitutional position, wishing the nation. But as you yourself said, I would like to reiterate it that quoting up political parties who's in the ruling and to your roots belong to that party and you are quoting that slogan. I think the governor tends to come out of that apolitical role and becomes political, and this is highly objectionable. I think governor doesn't have to be the mouthpiece of that political outfit. I would like to say somewhere one has to be very, very honest. If you see, we can also keep on arguing that we were justified in the past or you are totally wrong in that. But and at the same time, let me tell you, hosting the RSS chief is definitely highly objectionable. He is a controversial, and in the background where he came out with the statement which is irking a substantial section of this of
the kind of misdeeds that your governors have done.
No, Sambit, please. No, you must answer this question. Why did Ram Naik, please, Ram Naik today directly, 1 second please, hear me, Gaurav. Ram Naik today directly parroted the BJP's Achhe Din line. It is now not the first time he's overstepped. He keeps hobnobbing with RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat. He calls him for dinner to Raj Bhavan.
If someone meets RSS chief Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, you also can invite him. You also can meet him.
But he's the governor.
In this country, He is the chief of the biggest organization of this country. Anyone can invite him.
And
anyone
at the
can
same
meet
time
him.
issuing controversial statements and being a controversial, that cannot be denied. He is a controversial figure in this country.
He is the chief of the biggest organization of the world. He is the reverend person in this country.
That doesn't bar him from alleging that he is a controversial.
One at a time, please. One at a time.
In troubled waters in UP.
He is a controversial figure.
Mr. Bansal and Kamal Farooqui, please, on the screen. Mr. Bansal and Kamal Farooqui on the screen, please.
Maharaj and Yogi Adityanath were triggering communal riots in UP. Where was Naik when
Why are you stuck with an obsession with Mr. Yogi Adityanath?
When I'm in UP.
Do you look into the anarchism of Aam Aadmi Party? Why do you jump into... Well, no,
Why did
I don't understand, Mr. Aam Aadmi Party. I don't understand. Why do you talk of anarchism when your whole party is about anarchy?
The RSS cadres. What's the
problem with RSS? The Supreme Court has no problem when the whole country
Kamal Farooqui.
that this is one of the most biggest organization. What is your problem? First, look into the organization of Aam Aadmi Party. By the way, Aam Aadmi Party has no organization. And today, you are bereft of any topic. So you try to bring in this communal divide everywhere. And my answer to the Congress spokesperson is, you utter the word Aam Aadmi at least 1,000 times a day. Does that mean that you are the Aam Aadmi Party's agent? Does that mean anyway? So if someone is Achedin, how does it mean that it is a catchphrase of the government?
One of you at a time. Vivek Bansal, please. Mr. Bansal.
Look what you have done to the... Look what you have done to the office of government.
Mr. Bansal.
You have completely diminished the office of government in Delhi.
He only prohibited and banned this organization.
Look what have you done to the office of LG in Delhi. You completely belittled and diminished it.
No, one second, Mr. Bansal.
Every day dancing to your tune.
Who is saying what?
Mr.
What is
Bansal.
LG doing in Delhi?
A question is raised here. A question is raised here. I put three things together and I want Sambit Patra to answer this question. First, first on Vijay Dashami Day, there's a live telecast of Mohan Bhagwat's speech on Doordarshan. 1 minute. Yes, okay, Mr. Bhadoria, go ahead. You asked first. Mr. Bhadoria to Sambit Patra.
All I've done has to answer me.
Yeah, Mr. Bhadoria.
Yes, the governor has right to say that the government should fulfill its constitutional obligation, but the same governor should also forewarn those political parties which are talking about love jihad. And on all that, the governor is silent.
There are political forces in Uttar Pradesh.
There are political forces in Uttar Pradesh who are also going beyond the who are going beyond the
Sambit, listen to him.
Trying to keep the constitution functioning.
You can't all speak together.
You talk of anything under the sun.
One at a time.
But at the same time, you are also trying to fix.
I'm putting Mr. Bansal on air with Sambit Patra. Let them debate this. 1 second.
My question to all of you.
1 second, Sambit.
In Meerut, that love jihad is simply a political gimmick used by you to communally divide the society.
Everywhere. You talk of United Nations and you say love jihad. You talk of development and you would see love jihad. You talk of...
So what is this love jihad in your party when Shah Nawaz and what is that? What is that Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi? What is Mr. Subramaniam Swami's daughter marrying whom? What is that? Have you got any answer to that?
No, who is shouting?
The Congress spokesperson is asking
once you don't have an answer, come on, be quiet. Who is shouting? Don't come up with all these gimmicks, yeah. Please, we have done it.
Asking a single question to Rahul Gandhi. Tell him to go and ask.
You can ask thousands of questions, my dear. You are most welcome. You are most welcome for that, and you had been asking them day in and day out, and we had been answering them. But have the honesty, integrity, and the approach to be straightforward in answering the questions, in answering what you try to make out of love jihad just on the eve of the by-elections. And what did it pay? You both SP and you are playing. You are playing a game in which you tend to give strength to each other, and it's anybody can make out, and people can see it that you both are in cahoot with each other.
Rahul Gandhi also. Please do introspection and go with some questions to Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
We question. We have that in our party democracy. We definitely convey things. Whatever is there, we have our mechanism for that. You should first. We are on this debate. You answer these questions. Which are being hurled at you. I think please answer those questions. Don't. If you have to ask Rahul Gandhi, don't ask them later, subsequent to the debate, in which the topic may be asking questions to Rahul Gandhi. Ask them then. But at the moment you answer. I'm
asking Sambit Patra the question. I'm asking Sambit Patra the question. I'm asking. Now, Sambit, no, I'm asking you a question, Sambit. 1 second, please, Mr. Bansal. I'm asking, 1 minute. I'm asking Sambit Patra a question. 1 minute, please. Sambit Patra. Were there achhe din coming when Yogi Adityanath was trying to do all this, the most divisive politics? Were there achhe din? Why was Ram Naik quiet then? Were there achhe din when Lakshmikant Bajpayee used the kind of language no self-respecting Indian politician should use to divide Hindu from Muslim and Muslim from Hindu? Was there achhe din for Ram Naik?
No,
1 minute, please, and Sambit, allow me to complete. Have the decency to listen. Have the decency to listen to the question. Have the decency to listen to the question. Listen to the question. Don't get so rattled.
Was that achhe din?
I'm asking you, why are you getting rattled?
When the whole police department was out finding Mr. Azam Khan's bhais, was that the achhe din? That's what the achhe din Samajwadi Party is speaking about.
When Saharanpur happened, were there achhe din?
Mr. Azam Khan said,
when Saharanpur happened, were there achhe din?
Only the Muslims. Was it the achhe din that the Samajwadi Party is speaking about?
So why was Ram Naik quiet then? So why was Ram Naik quiet then? So why was Ram Naik quiet then? Why was Ram Naik quiet then? तब तो वो कुछ नहीं बोल रहे थे.
He was not.
तब तो कुछ भी नहीं बोल रहे थे. He was quiet then.
He was not the governor then.
When he became the governor, then what? Was he the governor when Lakshmikant Bajpayee was talking rubbish? When Yogi Adityanath was being divisive, was he the governor or not? Was he the governor or not? Was he the governor or not?
No one can stop.
Was he the governor or not? Was he the governor or not when the UP bypolls happened and that terrible campaign which openly tried to create communal disharmony in Uttar Pradesh? Was he the governor or not? Was he the governor or not? Yes or no? And if he was the governor, why was he quiet then?
I'm not able to hear.
Was he the governor then or not?
Samajwadi Party.
Was he the governor then or not?
All this was because of Samajwadi Party. That is why today he says that the law and order situation has to be cared for.
Why?
In a very
in his book.
Manner,
so in his book detailing his tenure, because he has released a book detailing his tenure.
Uttar Pradesh. What's the mistake that he has committed? Tell me.
I am asking you, was he the governor when Lakshmikant Bajpayee and Yogi Adityanath tried to divide Hindu from Muslim in the most vicious communal campaign? Why was he quiet then? तब तो राज भवन से एक भी comment नहीं आया था. Why was he quiet then? Why was he quiet then? Why was he quiet then? But Sambit Patra, why was he quiet then? Why was he so quiet then?
He was never quiet.
Of course he was quiet. I mean, silence is equal to being quiet. Mr. Bansal, he says he wasn't quiet.
Today,
Mr. Bansal, now Sambit Patra says he wasn't quiet.
This is what his style is. This is what he had been exhibiting throughout this debate.
Ashish Khaitan,
no answer to that.
Ashish Khaitan, Sambit Patra says that when the communal campaign happened, Ram Naik was not quiet. He says Ram Naik was not quiet.
He was quiet throughout.
Ram Naik was obviously quiet.
He was obviously
not
quiet.
just that, Ram Naik is guilty of even a bigger sin. Ram Naik is guilty of even a bigger sin. No, you know, the Sangh Parivar has been going around spreading communal hatred in UP. And Ram Naik as governor invites the chief of Sangh Parivar over for dinner. The chief of Sangh Parivar gets invited over for dinner by the governor of UP when the Sangh Parivar, the same organization, has been spreading communal hatred, has been fishing in troubled waters, has been starting communal riots in UP.
Two on the screen, please. Only Ashish Khaitan and Sambit Patra on the screen, please.
Arnab, now can I make my point? I want to rebut what Mr. Sambit
No, I have a question for you. I'm not letting you go, Gaurav. No, I'm not letting you go. I am not letting you go. I am not letting you go. I want to ask Gaurav Bhatia one question, please. And because everyone's talking at the same time, I request only those who I'm asking the question to be on the screen. My question is to Gaurav Bhatia. Now, Gaurav Bhatia, listen to me. Gaurav Bhatia, listen to me. I question your sincerity.
Can I make my point, please?
No, I question your sincerity.
No, you question me.
I
have
question
no
your sincerity.
I think I have answered most of your questions.
You have answered none of my
more.
questions.
But allow me to make my point.
No,
and my
you allow
point
me
is
to
this,
ask you a question.
That
You can't do a tacit understanding with the BJP and then say I want to ask questions.
They are in violation of the judgment of the Supreme Court.
Don't give me a legal argument.
There can't be a bigger proof than this that the BJP spokesperson defending the governor itself shows the political link. The BJP spokesperson defending the governor itself shows the political link between the BJP. I think that proves the point. I rest my case there. I rest my case. And Mr. Sambit Patra, for your knowledge, read Rameshwar Prasad, read BP Singhal and SR Bomai, at least have the basic legal knowledge and then come for debates. Because you are lacking on facts and you are lacking in law, then how can I debate a topic with you?
After deteriorating the law and order
on law as well as facts,
should not be preaching
you are lacking on both. How can we have this discussion going forward? And Sambit, a free piece of advice for you as a BJP spokesperson. I think if you want to paint the governor with the BJP color, it's okay. Otherwise, you should not be defending the governor because he is no longer a BJP leader. He is the governor of the state now.
No woman goes out with anyone without the wish. So if you have to give all these knowledge, please preach your own
please don't defend the governor, don't demean his post. He is no longer a BJP leader. He is now the governor of UP. Please free him so that he can fulfill his constitutional obligations. He is not a BJP leader anymore. He is the governor of the state now, and you defending him. I think you stand exposed.
Mirror to the Samajwadi Party's lawlessness.
No, I'm telling you, you should remember this. The BJP spokesperson defending the governor itself shows that you still have control over the governor, which should not be the case. It is contrary to the Constitution. I think you're not listening anymore.
I think neither of you are. But I think you should have listened. 1 minute. Last word here. There is hypocrisy on all sides, and I think the greatest irony is that Gaurav Bhatia. 1 minute. The greatest irony is that when Yogi Adityanath was spewing venom, Ram Naik was quiet. When Lakshmikant Bajpayee was dividing people on the basis of religion, Ram Naik was quiet. When there were articles being brought out by Panchajanya, an organizer, on love jihad, and there were open attempts at pitting Indian against Indian, Ram Naik was quiet. I wonder why Ram Naik has opened up now, and if Ram Naik is the rip and winkle of Indian politics, then he ought to realize that the media will be able to see through it. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.